Imagine a world where smiles could hide sinister motives, and charm could be a weapon. This isn't the plot of a psychological thriller. It's the reality of dealing with individuals classified under the dark tetrad of personality: psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists, and dark empaths. These personalities, often shrouded in charisma and deception, navigate our social landscapes, leaving a trail of emotional wreckage in their wake. But who among them is the most dangerous? Who wields the most potent brand of mental manipulation? Buckle up as we delve into the fascinating, albeit unsettling world of these four personality types. We'll dissect their defining traits, analyze their modus operandi, and attempt to rank them on a scale of potential harm. Remember, knowledge is power. Understanding these dark personalities is the first step in protecting ourselves from their manipulative tactics. So let's shed some light on these shadowy figures and uncover the truth behind their masks. Before we dive into the depths of each personality, let's clarify who we're dealing with. While they share some common ground, a disregard for others, a penchant for manipulation, subtle yet significant differences set them apart. Psychopaths. Imagine them as the ice-cold CEO, ruthlessly climbing the corporate ladder. They're wired differently, lacking empathy and remorse. They're master manipulators, using charm and charisma to achieve their goals. Sociopaths. Picture the classic hot-headed villain, driven by impulsivity. Their lack of empathy stems from a dysfunctional upbringing. They're more erratic, prone to fits of anger. Narcissists. Think of them as the perpetually self-absorbed individual, obsessed with their image. They crave validation, believing they're superior. Their self-obsession often leads to exploitative behavior. Dark empaths. This personality type is a more recent addition to the dark tetrad. They possess the manipulative skills of a psychopath, but can understand and mimic emotions. They use this empathic ability to exploit and control others. Let's start with the poster child of the dark tetrad, the psychopath. Often depicted in movies as charming yet ruthless killers, real-life psychopaths aren't always so easy to spot. They're masters of disguise, able to blend seamlessly into society, often holding positions of power and influence. Their defining characteristic, a profound lack of empathy. They simply don't experience guilt, remorse, or compassion as others do. Imagine a world devoid of emotional connection. That's the reality inside a psychopath's mind. But don't be fooled by their emotional detachment. They're incredibly adept at mimicking emotions, using charm, charisma, and even calculated vulnerability to disarm and manipulate their targets. Psychopath. Think of Ted Bundy, the infamous serial killer who lured his victims with his boyish good looks and charming demeanor. Beneath that veneer of normalcy lurked a cold-blooded predator. Psychopaths aren't inherently violent, but their lack of empathy combined with their manipulative nature makes them incredibly dangerous, capable of inflicting significant emotional and psychological harm. Now let's move on to the sociopath, often considered the psychopath's more volatile cousin. Sociopaths share a disregard for rules and lack of empathy, driven by a hair-trigger temper and impulsive nature. Think of them as the proverbial bull in a china shop, leaving chaos and destruction in their wake. Unlike psychopaths, sociopaths seek immediate gratification and control. They're more prone to aggression and outbursts of anger. Take Charles Manson, the cult leader who orchestrated gruesome murders. Both operate with a blatant disregard for others' well-being.
Moving away from the blatant disregard for others exhibited by psychopaths and sociopaths, we encounter the narcissist.
These individuals are consumed by a sense of self-importance, their fragile egos constantly requiring a steady stream of admiration and validation. Imagine a world revolving solely around one person, where everyone else is merely a supporting character in their grand narrative. That's the reality a narcissist constructs.
They crave attention, praise, and a constant affirmation of their perceived superiority. They're masters of manipulation, employing tactics like flattery, guilt-tripping, and gaslighting to keep their supply of admiration flowing.
They view others as extensions of themselves, tools to be used for their own personal gain. Think of someone like Donald Trump, a man whose entire persona seemed built on a foundation of self-aggrandizement and a need for constant praise. His presidency, marked by Twitter tirades and a constant need to be the center of attention, offers a glimpse into the narcissistic mindset.
While not inherently dangerous, a narcissist's relentless pursuit of self-gratification can be incredibly damaging, leaving a trail of emotional wreckage in their wake.
Now, let's unravel the most complex and arguably most dangerous member of the dark tetrad, the dark empath.
Imagine the manipulative prowess of a psychopath, blended with the emotional intelligence of an empath, a truly terrifying combination. Unlike their emotionally deficient counterparts, dark empaths possess the ability to understand and even share the feelings of others.
However, instead of using this empathy for good, they weaponize it, becoming masters of emotional manipulation. They're skilled at reading people, identifying their vulnerabilities, and exploiting them for their own gain.
They can mimic emotions flawlessly, feigning compassion and concern while subtly steering their victims towards their desired outcome. Think of someone like Jimmy Swaggart, the televangelist who publicly condemned immorality while engaging in affairs and exploiting his followers for financial gain. He used his understanding of their faith and emotional needs to manipulate and control them.
Dark empaths are chameleons, adapting their personas to charm and disarm their victims. Their ability to understand and exploit emotions makes them incredibly dangerous, capable of inflicting profound psychological damage.
We've dissected the defining characteristics of each dark tetrad personality. But the question remains, who poses the most significant threat? The dark empath arguably takes the crown. Their ability to manipulate and exploit emotions gives them a potent weapon. Psychopaths leave a more visible trail of destruction. Sociopaths can be incredibly destructive. Narcissists cause emotional pain, often focused on self-preservation. The world of the dark tetrad is a complex and unsettling one. Understanding these personality types, their motivations, and their methods is crucial for protecting ourselves from their manipulative tactics. Remember, knowledge is power. By learning to recognize the warning signs, setting healthy boundaries, and refusing to engage in their games, we can mitigate the potential harm these individuals can inflict. It's important to remember that not everyone displaying these traits is inherently dangerous. However, when we encounter individuals exhibiting a consistent pattern of manipulation, disregard for others, and a lack of remorse, it's time to proceed with caution. The human psyche is a vast and often unpredictable landscape. While the dark tetrad represents some of its darkest corners, it's essential to remember that light always has the power to overcome darkness. Be vigilant, be informed, and most importantly, be kind to yourself and others as we navigate the complexities of the human experience.